So I'm Elliott Connie, and I am a licensed psychotherapist. And in the Therapist React series, I try to bring the psychological aspect and the lessons we should learn from popular news stories and things that are happening in pop culture. And today I'm excited to talk about this story. So let me first share with you the press conference. It's a short video, but I want you to see the press conference and how Laura responded to the feedback she got on the tennis court.
It's the first time I'm crying in a press conference. As a tennis player, you are a performer. You owe the people. You owe the kids that watch. And I'm just a bit, at the end of the day, I go home and I can look at myself and I can say, I did a great job. But did I get anything from the people for that? Even less than a zero, because they treated me bad. Like, they treated me like I was a cheater, like I was trying, sneaky ways to win this match or something. They treated me like I was a bad person. But there are people who are throwing rackets, who are screaming, who are making bad gestures toward the audience. I did not one moment in the whole match, and there was a lot of tension going on. Not one moment I did anything. I was just slow. And that's something in the rule. I get my time violation, that's fine. Yeah. No, I don't know.
So there, you see Laura's frustration and her sadness with the fact that she was playing slow and how the crowd responded to her. But I want you to see Coco's perspective. I want you to see kind of what was happening and how it was happening. I want you to see what was going on in the match, and I want you to see how it was being affected. So let me show you that real quick.
She's never ready when I'm serving. She went over the clock 4 times. You gave her time violation once. How is this fair? No, you're calling the score after the point is over. It's not like we're playing 1 point. You're calling the score 6 seconds after the point is over.
Yeah, she's 100% right.
So I want to get into this, right? So Coco Gauff ended up winning the match over Laura Siegemund. Again, I'm probably mispronouncing the name. But here's the thing. I actually love the gamesmanship of sports. I love the gamesmanship of life. If you're going to play a superior athlete in a game, if you're going into competition with somebody that's got superior assets, you got to pull out all the stops. And I think her strategy was to slow her down. I think that was an intentional strategy on the part of Laura Siegemund, was to slow Coco Gauff down because she's such a superior tennis player. And I support that. I think as an athlete, as somebody employing a strategy, you should be allowed to do that. You should be allowed to come up with a strategy that you think will make you more successful in the match. And I also think at times fans forget that these famous athletes are actually humans with feelings, and they get overtly and overly mean, and they say nasty things and they do nasty things, and it becomes really terrible. But here's where Laura Siegemund loses me, and this is the lesson that people need to learn. If you are going to engage in a strategy like this, then you have to live with the consequences. And the consequences are the fans aren't happy. Coco Gauff is a very, very popular player, and the fans didn't come to watch you stall. This often happens in boxing matches. If I go to a boxing match and I'm gonna fight a superior boxer, I'm not a very good boxer, so one of my strategies is to stay away from Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali or whatever. I gotta stay away from them. The fans didn't come to watch me dance around the ring. They wanna see a fight. So if I'm the boxer and I'm just dancing and staying away from the other superior boxer, the fans boo. She's gotta realize that, as she said in that clip, we're performers. Well, that's not what the fans wanted to see. They wanted to see a bunch of tennis. They wanted to see the rallies going back and forth. They wanted to see the actual game, not the gamesmanship. So these fans weren't overtly mean. They just booed, and they didn't support you because they didn't like what you were doing to the far superior, far more popular player. And you've got to live with the consequences of that action. You've got to deal with, this is what comes with doing that. I think a lot of times, we're entitled, or we behave in an entitled way to people liking us and people wanting us to do this and people wanting us to do that. And the truth is, we're not entitled to that. Those fans reacted in a way that they just didn't support you. And that's exactly what they're there to do. They're there to support the players they like and to not support the players they don't. And once you engaged in a strategy that made the game less entertaining to them, they have every right not to support you, which they did, right? That's just part of sports. That's just part of what we do. It's part of how we do it. And you have to live with it because you did the thing that made them upset. You are not entitled to success. You're not entitled to people liking you. You're not entitled to people enjoying what you did. You broke a rule on purpose. You were sanctioned on purpose. You did it trying to get into Coco's head. And I think it was a brilliant strategy, actually, because as you can see, she was distracted. She ended up talking to the referee multiple times instead of engaging in tennis with you. And I actually, as a strategy, I think that was a good strategy. You're trying to distract Coco Gauff so you can win the match. Just didn't work because she beat you and the fans got upset and you got to deal with it. And sometimes in life, you're going to do something and you got to live with the consequences of those actions. You got to live with the consequences of what you're doing. You did it because you want to get a leg up. You did it because you want to succeed. You did it because you want to win. But there are times in life where when you do those things, you got to live with the consequence of it. And Laura, you got to live with the consequences of what happened this weekend. You were not entitled to everybody liking you. The fans didn't cross the line. They didn't say and or do. I mean, we're talking about tennis. There was once a time where someone was so upset with a tennis player, they went down to the court and stabbed them. Shout out to Monica Seles. The fans didn't do anything inappropriate in this match. They simply booed you because they didn't like what you were doing. And that's okay. That's what they're there to do. So what y'all think of this match? What y'all think of this video? Leave a comment below and let me hear from you. I love to engage with you guys and I want to hear what you guys think of this video and this story. But remember, when you do things in life, you often have to live with the consequences. So thanks for watching. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell so you get notified each and every time we release a video in the Therapist React series, which is every single day, Monday through Friday. Can't wait to see you in the next video.